Nicole, I have another question for you that it's a little bit loaded, I should say. What type of food and diet do you avoid? What advice do you give to other patients, particularly you that are doing so well?
Well, if I may start first by saying I went many, many years not doing the right thing, meaning I fasted a lot. I didn't eat for days and days at the advice of my doctors because of the triglycerides being so high and the fear of pancreatitis. And for me, that was extremely detrimental because it wasn't only physical where it affected my body, emotionally, socially, it really had a huge impact in a negative way in my life for many years. And it wasn't until I actually received the genetic clinical, diagnosis of FCS that I found the lipid specialist who works with FCS patients, and his wife is a registered dietitian. And her words, after many other dietitians prior who really didn't know how to treat me, we didn't really know what was wrong. But her words and her opinion and her expert educational advice was to eat just a very healthy, well-balanced, lower-calorie meal, which of course included very minimal amounts of fat, less than 10 grams a day, whole grains, and lots of vegetables, which thankfully I love. So it really was a good fit, but I went so long not really knowing how to manage it. And it really affected me in a very difficult way, in the way I felt. And I also, several years ago, if I may add this, started getting weekly infusions of fluids, and that truly made a huge difference. And for really the last 2.5, 3 years, I have felt the best that I've felt in all these other years. So staying hydrated is very important. Just making sure your body has the fluids that it needs and the nutrition. I did see a specialist prior to the lipid specialist who actually worked with FCS, who told me that I can only eat 300 calories of pureed vegetables a day, which was really devastating. And you can't live on pureed vegetables and so little amount and so little calorie intake. And when I brought that advice back to my regular doctors, they just all agreed, you cannot live that way. So eating healthy, fresh, everything fresh. I hardly cook anything. I just love fresh food and whole grains. So it is a challenge because there are things that I do love that are not good for you or for anybody. But I really haven't missed it. I am just thankful that I can eat right now and eat a healthy, well-rounded, balanced meal. Because for so many years I didn't eat at all and just lived on water.
No, you're bringing up multiple very good points because as a clinician and seeing patients like you in the office, frequently I see that patients are going into these crazy diets that it just decreases your quality of life.
Yes.
So the point that you just brought of having a nutritionist that it's aware of the condition that can give you good advice so you can realize, yes, your diet is going to be restricted, but there's so many things that you can eat and enjoy.
Yes.
It's extremely important.